Hey guys, it is me, Heidi Powell, here talking about something that I get questions about quite often, SMART goals. People wanting to know, what are SMART goals? Heidi, I hear you talking about it so often. I hear Chris talking about it. It's talked about on the app. I don't even know what a SMART goal is and how to figure out if the goal that I have is SMART or if it's dumb. Okay, let's say this one. First things first, there is no such thing as a dumb goal. And I've actually had people ask me that, and I'm telling you, if you are setting a goal, you should be so incredibly proud of yourself for making the effort, for setting your mind to something and actually setting that goal. But that in mind, even though there is no such thing as a dumb goal, there are ways to make your goals smarter. So here's what SMART, so it's actually an acronym. I'm gonna go ahead and put letters up here. S, so the S in SMART stands for specific. Every goal you make should be incredibly specific. We don't want vagueness. We don't want to leave room for interpretation and error. For example, you don't want to say, I want to lose some weight. That's not a specific goal. How many pounds do you want to be? Like how many pounds do you want to lose? How much weight do you want to weigh? You don't just say, I want less body fat. You're going to say something like, I want to be 20% body fat. You don't just say, I want to run. No, you would say something, for example, I want to run a marathon. I want to run 26.2 miles, or I want to step on stage in the bikini division. Whatever it is that your goal is, it needs to be specific. That is the S. The M is measurable. So every goal you set should be measurable. Measurable meaning, like I said, 26.2 miles, or the 20% body fat, or I want to lose 100 pounds, or I want to climb to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, or whatever it is, something that can actually be measured, something that's quantitative. And by making your goal something that is measurable, you have a much better chance of succeeding. Now the A, so that's the SM, the A is attainable. We want to make sure that whatever goal you're setting isn't something that you can't actually attain. We don't want it to be something, for example, like, now know this, when I say something that you can attain, I'm not saying, oh, don't set goals that are big. No, you should set big goals, but by attainable, I mean, if you live somewhere where you are, you have access to 0 swimming pools or 0 lakes, you might want to think first before you set a goal to be able to swim. What do you call it? A triathlon. Before you do a triathlon, or you're having to constantly train around water, or if you know you don't have any access to bikes, you probably want to think twice before you set a goal around you biking 200 miles by next October or whatever. So just be aware, make sure that whatever goal you're doing is something that is actually attainable. Also with attainability, I've had people that have come up to me that weigh 300 pounds, and they say, I want to lose 200 pounds. Well, that's probably not attainable considering this person's body shape, size. So make sure and get some advice, get some input from people that can help you figure out what is something that is actually attainable. Now the R, there are 2 different R's floating out there. So when it comes to SMART goals, you'll see 2 different variations. One is realistic, which we kind of covered with attainable. The other R, and this is the one I like to go by, stands for relevant. So whatever goal you're setting, it has to have relevance to you. Again, you don't want to set a goal to go biking 200 miles if you don't really care about biking 200 miles, or you don't see you don't see a benefit to doing that. You don't have fun doing it. So it needs to be something that's relevant to you. So for example, for me, a goal that is relevant to me is getting back on stage again on the IFBB Pro stage. I really, really, really want to get back on that IFBB Pro stage. There is major relevance there for me. It is something that I care about. It tugs at my heartstrings. I have passion behind it. So with relevance, I want you to think, is this something I'm passionate about? Is this something I'm going to be willing to put forth the effort to get to where I want to go because I love it and because it's super relevant to me? If it's not, you're not gonna do it. You're just not gonna do it. T, the final letter is T for time sensitive. If you don't put a time frame on your goal, if you just say, for example, I wanna run a half marathon, there's no sense of urgency when it comes to time frame. You have to set a deadline. You have to set a goal for when you're going to have it done by. So today, if you're sitting January 1st, I'm not saying today's January 1st because it's not, but if you're sitting January 1st and you say you want to run a half marathon, you should have a time frame. You should say, I want to run a half marathon by the end of 2019, or by the end of 2020, or by July 1st, or go pick a date of the half marathon or the marathon or the triathlon that you want to run. That fulfills the time sensitivity part. So there you have it. You have SMART. It's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time sensitive or time bound. So a great example of a goal, we're not going to say, I want to lose weight. If we're going to make that a SMART goal, we would say something like, I want to lose 20 pounds by March 15th, 2020. That is a very specific, measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant because someone might really want to lose that weight, and it's time bound because we set a time for it. And I promise you guys, if you actually make every one of your goals a SMART goal, you will have so much better of a chance of actually reaching the goals. And you will start small with something that you know without a shadow of a doubt you can do, and just watch the momentum build. Watch yourself achieve one small goal. And then once you do that, you'll be like, oh my gosh, if I can achieve that SMART goal, what else can I do? And then you're gonna set another SMART goal that's a little bit bigger, and then you're gonna achieve it. Oh my gosh, if I can set and achieve that SMART goal, what else can I do? And it's only gonna grow from there, and you're gonna start to realize the power of your word and the power of you and the power of setting your mind to something. And you'll realize the power that you have in achieving anything at all that you want to achieve. So let's start by setting a SMART goal. I want to hear your SMART goal below. So please comment below, tell me your SMART goal. I promise you I'm going to go through and read every one of these. And then I also want you to tell me, what else do you want to learn about? What can I help you with? I am here for you. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope this helped. Make sure and subscribe, and I will be posting more content very soon. Bye.